NATO's International Security Assistance Force, ISAF, have confirmed they are scaling back operations with Afghan security forces following a dramatic rise in insider or so-called green on blue attacks. They will only be conducted at battalion level and above, so no day-to-day operations, and will only work together on the biggest operations. Now, this comes as Afghan police say a suicide bomber rammed a car into a minibus near Kabul airport, killing at least 13 people.
Charred remains of a minibus show the force of the explosion. Witnesses say the blast went off as the vehicle stopped to refuel along a major motorway linking Kabul city centre and the airport.
I saw bodies, including foreigners, lying on the ground, and another body near a motorcycle.
Police believe it was a suicide attack carried out by a woman.
A car exploded near a minibus carrying foreign passengers from the airport to their homes. All passengers inside the van were killed. Reports say that the vehicle belonged to an airline company for transporting their staff.
The victims were travelling in a minibus which had pulled over on a main highway from the city to the international airport. Eyewitnesses say the female suicide bomber pulled up alongside in a separate vehicle. Reports say most of the victims were South African, working for an international courier company.
Rosemary, and this has taken place just outside the airport on Main Road. And as you say, it looks like this was a minibus that was targeted, filled with foreign nationals. We don't know what nationality these victims were, but we certainly could see their bodies strewn out on the ground. There were lots of police down on the scene, both Afghans as well as coalition troops, obviously going through the wreckage. Now, there is an insurgency group that has claimed responsibility for this attack, and they say that it was a 22-year-old woman. Her name was Fatima from Kabul, who was the suicide attacker. It looks like she was driving this vehicle which came into contact with the convoy, and that's when the bomb exploded. They claim that the car was packed with some 300 kilograms of explosives. It happened at 6:45 this morning, Rosemary. This is before Russia. As I said, it happened on the perimeter of the airport on an extremely main road, and the blast from this bomb, from where the blast took place, from where the engine block landed, was some 100 metres down the road, and there was a great deal of damage, certainly on buildings within a kilometre, really. The bomb blast, the wave of the blast, shattered windows some kilometres away. So it certainly had a devastating effect, Rosemary.
Responsibility has been claimed by a group called Hizb-e-Islami, a small armed group. As far as we can understand, this is the first time that they have used the tactic of a suicide bomber. It's also extraordinarily rare, I should say, in Afghanistan that a female suicide bomber has been used in any attack. But this group says that they sent this female suicide bomber to target foreigners in revenge for the anti-Islam film that has caused uproar in much of the Muslim world. This group, allied to the Taliban, although they have fought with the Taliban in the past, they've also previously claimed responsibility for a 2008 attack that killed 10 French troops, and they've also claimed responsibility for an attack that almost killed Afghan President Hamid Karzai at a military parade. But the first time that this group, we think, has used a suicide bombing tactic.